Hey, this is Adam McGee, your instructor and your primary contact for emerging issues with Columbus State University online for fall 2017. I'm excited to be here and I hope you are too. I just want to give you a quick video on how to operate this course, or at least how I hope that it will go. You can see that I have the course organized into weeks, which we will try to follow along. I'm going to try to stay ahead of you by a week or two, but you can see that I have weeks 1 and 2 already to go. But let's talk about week 0, where we are right now, for a second. You can see your syllabus, and this course notes area is where I plan to post things that we talk about. And this is not a graded section, and there's not even anything in here yet, but if we talk about an interesting YouTube video or an article or some web posting or a podcast or something that is interesting and relevant, then I'll post that there just for everybody's information. The first thing that you will have to do in this course is this introductions. I think I've gone ahead and I did mine, so you need to go and do yours. And this is just a chance for us all to sort of get to know each other. We will be talking with each other a lot during this semester, and so this is our first chance to sort of break the ice. Right now, I think there are only 4 students in this class, and so we should have a cozy little course, and hopefully we will not get on each other's nerves too badly. But on from there, you can see the course schedule, which should not change this semester. That is set, and unless something happens, then that is what it is. You can look at this getting started, where I've given you a lot of the same information that I'm sharing in this video. Feel free to read that if you need to, but again, that is not graded. You can move on to this week 1, and you can see that the way these will flow is I will give you a page here that kind of gives you an idea of our topic, and then some readings. I intend to post some additional readings here for this first week. And then you have a job to do. That your discussion is, oh, it's asking me to edit the discussion. On the discussion, you have to do 3 posts. You have to do an original post, and that one needs to be 500 to 700 words. So that's about 2 pages, or even a little more than 2 pages. So that's going to take you a little bit of effort. That's not something you'll sit down and just knock out right quick. So you'll do an original post, and then you need to do 2 follow-up posts. You need to find somebody else's post that you maybe agree with or have some critique on, or maybe you don't agree, or you have some additional comments. But you need to find 2 other postings and post 200 to 300 words in your comment or your response to them. Again, we're all graduate students here, and so I would encourage you to remember to be constructive and helpful and that sort of thing. So read through that and let me know if you have any questions. I've done this type of format several times before. Students seem to do well with it, but again, if you're having a hard time, please let me know. And the full instructions are here. So we'll have one of those every week. I'll give you some prompt, and then we'll do a discussion and the replies every week, and we'll do that for all 7 or 8 weeks, or however long we have. So you'll have the discussions, and those are graded, and then you'll also have a couple of take-home tests. You'll have one about midterm. I'll send you a case or a scenario of some sort, and you'll be prompted to synthesize some reaction or response to that situation. That is should be a low stress type thing. We'll probably give a week to turn those back in, and it'll be a 1 or 2 page response. The idea is to get you thinking and talking about the subject. So you'll have the discussions, we'll have a couple of tests, And then the big thing is your semester project. And I think I called it a research project in here a couple of times, but it's really not a research project. It's a what I like to call a position paper. I'd like you to write a paper where in which you take a stance on some issue. It can be an issue that we talk about. It can be an issue that we have not talked about. Now, in week one, I give you some guidance on potential topics. You don't have to pick these topics, but it needs to be something related to higher education. Hopefully, something that's relevant and current, and maybe even a hot topic or something that is a little bit controversial or trendy or something like that. One issue that I did not put on here that came to mind earlier is this issue of free speech on campus. At what point do we need to begin to limit or restrict, or do we never limit or restrict free speech on campus? So those types of issues you're certainly welcome to talk about. But what I want you to do is to take a position. What is your stance? How do you feel about it? And you need to support your argument with sources, and these need to be peer-reviewed sources, all outside sources that help you that add weight to the argument that you're trying to make. Of course, please follow APA, and this needs to be an actual paper that's properly formatted, and it'll be rather formal. The discussions, we're really not paying attention to format or anything like that. Just get your thoughts on paper. But with this, I really do want you to practice and hone your writing a little bit. And you can see the scoring rubric. It's pretty simple down here. How will you be scored? All of that is here as well. And so that's all ready. I would encourage you to get started on that. In fact, in week 2, you need to have submitted a topic. I want to review everyone's topic, not necessarily to hold you to, I don't really care what your topic is, but I want you to have selected a topic by this time. And by week 3 or 4, I might even prompt you for a draft or an outline or something like that, just to make sure that you're not waiting until the last week to get this done, because I really do think that is a mistake. So those are your graded items this semester. You have the discussions, a couple of tests, and then that research or the semester project. It should be a low-stress course. I don't want it to be stressful for you, but we are all graduate students, and so we'll act accordingly. If you have any questions or problems with anything we've talked about or any other issues, please let me know. But with that, I think courses begin on October the 6th, and so expect to hear from me by then. And again, I will stay ahead of you on these weeks, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.